Sprinkles if you got them. Jack's Donuts, find a location near you, now.
This is the Frells family's land. When the sun comes out, the kids run and play right there. This used to be a shed. Now, it's where they get breakfast. This is more than just land. It's home. The Frells family runs with us on a John Deere 1 Series tractor. This land isn't the only thing that should live on for generations. Nothing runs like a Deere. Search John Deere 1 Series for more.
Visit Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown John Deere dealer today at reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
You're good at making big announcements. We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
Craving comfort, fresh food made from scratch daily? Check out Aspen Creek Grill. Located across from Hamilton Town Center and beside the Holiday Inn, we offer family farm-raised premium Black Agnes steaks hand-cut daily, creamy pastas, salmon chicken, and fall-off-the-bone ribs. Start with our famous powwow shrimp appetizer, and don't miss our refreshing drinks. Family-friendly or a great night out with friends. Aspen Creek Grill. Aspen Creek Grill, Noblesville. Call 317-559-3300.
Bertner Electric Incorporated has been proudly serving our residential and commercial customers with quality electrical repair for over 33 years. We are fully licensed and insured in electrical wiring and electrician service packages. You'll receive a competitive assessment whether you're a homeowner or a business owner, first-time or long-time customer. We offer free estimates for any new project. Call our licensed and experienced electricians today.
All I ever wanted was to feel loved. He said he loved me. My friends told me it wasn't a big deal. They thought he was so cool. But they didn't know what he wanted me to do.
All I ever wanted was to feel loved. You have no idea the kind of pressure I felt to take things to the next level. Things were moving so fast. I was basically the only person in the freshman class who hadn't done it yet. So, we did.
I loved him.
I thought she loved me.
My health class had CPR at school. I stayed after class to talk with the instructor about it. They showed me that it didn't have to be that way.
They showed me that I get to make my own choices.
There is another way.
That's the best thing CPR gives you. Another way. A better way.
A healthy way. Sometimes you don't see it because you're in your own world, but they don't make you feel bad. They talk to you like a real person, and they save kids from really unhealthy decisions. They tell the truth, and they know what they're talking about. So yeah, my life was different. I started to choose the better way.
I honestly don't know where I'd be or what I'd be doing had it not been for CPR.
You want a career that creates experiences that are impossible to forget. By studying sports and events at IUPUI, you'll get hands-on experience in and out of the classroom. And with Indy as your classroom, there are high-profile events, sports franchises, hotels, museums, and large organizations across the city to engage, educate, and enlighten your student journey before you graduate. There isn't a better city than Indianapolis to get the experience you need to prepare you to handle any event, big or small. It all starts here.
High school sports fans, welcome back to Game Time, to pure spirit, to pure sport. Welcome back to high school sports.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Game Time. This is Indiana high school sports. This is your IHSAA.
You want a career that will transform your life while you change the lives of others by helping them live well. With a health or exercise sciences degree from IUPUI School of Health and Human Sciences, you will gain an in-depth understanding of the healthcare industry while preparing you for a variety of graduate and professional programs in health. And with Indy as your classroom, you will have clinical options within leading hospitals right in our backyard, as well as a degree from Indiana University, reputable leaders in the healthcare industry. It all starts here.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
After the Marine Corps, I was diagnosed with PTSD and became homeless for 15 years. Like a hermit living on the street, I just existed. I came to Wheeler Mission. Wheeler operates on a culture of kindness. Going through their programs reminded me that my meaning in life is to serve God. God set me free from anxiety and depression. Before Wheeler, I just existed, but today I live.
Sprinkles if you got them. Jack's Donuts, find a location near you, now.
Hey conductor, how about something new? You played this last year. Come on, get your head out of your sacks. Shh, we're trying to hear. Well, I'm sick and tired of hearing your kid play the wrong notes. Where's my kid's solo?
At least you can see your kid. Why is my kid stuck way in the back?
The conductor only plays his favorites. Woo!
My kid heard that solo!
You see my kid?
Good afternoon. My name is Jay Jones. I'm the commissioner of the Heartland Collegiate Athletic Conference, and we're excited that you joined us for today's webcast. We're thrilled to have this relationship with IndianaSRN, and we're excited to show you the game of the week each week, showcasing some of the best small college football around the Midwest. We hope that you'll continue to watch and let us know what else you might want to see. You can go to www.heartlandconf.org to see stats, game recaps, and other information around the league. Until then, enjoy today's webcast.
Almost 34,000 collective minutes have been recorded throughout the course of the 2022 Heartland Collegiate Athletic Conference men's soccer regular season by the two teams showcased on the sidelines this afternoon. Now, it'll come down to a minimum of 90 to decide who will be the HCAC Conference champion. Good afternoon, everyone. Alongside my broadcast partner, John Lester, I'm John Cupo, and we're very glad to bring you this very special IndianaSRN presentation featuring the #1 seed Fighting Engineers of Rose-Hulman playing host to the #2 seeded Hanover College Panthers. Today's championship match is brought to you by the Morales Group, building better futures one story at a time. Bertner Electric, serving greater Indianapolis and the surrounding counties. Piper Logistics, from warehousing to transportation, we do it all. And Reynolds Farm Equipment, serving our customers and the community since 1955. So let's bring in my partner, John Lester. And John, these two teams finished first and second respectively in the final regular season standings, but how did we get here in the tournament?
Well, John, this tournament started out a week ago today, actually, Saturday. These two teams, being the 1 and 2 seeds, got the bye into the semifinals. It's been a very competitive tournament, actually, John. We started out with Transylvania knocking off Anderson 3-1. That win allowed Transylvania to advance to the semifinals to play Hanover. And then Manchester won an overtime game last Saturday against Bluffton, 1-0, which advanced Manchester into the semifinal round to play Rose-Hulman. And then those two semifinals took place on Wednesday. Both were one-goal games, very competitive as well. Hanover knocked off Transylvania 2-1 in that match to get to this championship game. And then Rose-Hulman, with a goal very, very early in that semifinal, defeated Manchester 1-0, which allowed Rose-Hulman to host this championship game as the #1 seed. And that's how we've gotten to Hanover and Rose-Hulman. And this should be a fun one to decide this conference championship, John.
Well, Mother Nature decided to show up in a very authoritative way this afternoon as the winds are blowing at about 40 to 45 miles per hour in our direction, which is always fun. I know our producer, Greg Smith, is very happy about that, sitting to my right. And, of course, we got Jake Lang doing excellent work on our cameras here this afternoon. So we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll tell you exactly how Hanover and Rose-Hulman won those matches this past Wednesday. You're watching the HCAC Championship men's soccer final right here on IndianaSRN.
Every person has a story waiting to be told. Mr. Jack comes in every Monday.
Yeah, that's right.
One day I noticed his hat said he was a Korean War veteran. I asked him if he'd ever been to the Korean War Memorial.
No, I never had a chance to go.
That was the day I knew we had to do whatever it took to get him there.
Manny made it happen. I got to go to Washington, D.C. to all the memorials. The World War II Memorial, Naval Memorial, Korean War Memorial. Took all kind of pictures and everything, and it was a good trip, too.
I'm glad that I could be a part of Mr. Jack's story.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN. We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
We're live. A windy one in Terre Haute, Indiana, on the campus of Rose-Hulman Institute of Engineering for the HCAC Men's Soccer Championship, featuring the Rose-Hulman Fighting Engineers and the Hanover College Panthers. And we told you that we're going to say how they got to this match. Well, in the semifinal with Hanover, it was Joe Dominici scored in the 20th minute on a PK, and then Joel Jan would add a second in the 40th minute to stage off the Transylvania Pioneers 2-1 to advance to today. And for the Fighting Engineers, Manchester gave them all they could handle, right, John?
Yeah, like I said, Rose-Hulman got that goal in the early minute, and it's a good thing because that held up, because Manchester was very, they attacked the zone pretty well against Rose-Hulman that game. Just unfortunately couldn't get one past the goalie there in that match. AJ Yilmaz scored in the 27th minute on the assist from Takazo Kelly, and that was all the Fighting Engineers needed to hold off the Manchester Spartans. Rose-Hulman outshot Manchester 17-5 as well, only getting 5 shots in that match for Manchester, and only one of those 5 being on goal there.
Yes, they're going to do a walkout.
And in that match, it was John Biederstedt who was in goal for the Fighting Engineers. But today it'll be Michael Trin. They have a rotating goalie here for the Fighting Engineers. Trin, 7 games this year, 5 games started. 4-0-1 on the tally. Lets up a whopping .37 goals per contest for the Fighting Engineers. And on the opposite side, it's going to be Luciano Salemi. 18 games this year, 18 games started, .77 goals against average, 10-3-3 on the year. One of the best in the HCAC as the teams line up here. Rose-Hulman in their red kits with white numbers. Black shorts with the white stripes, Adidas. And for Hanover, gray kits, red numbers. Also Adidas. A nice accent red stripe on those gray kits. Both teams are walking out as we line up for today's national anthem.
Jake, can you hear me? Okay, widen out a little bit. Widen out. Okay, let's throw it to break then. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's Heartland Collegiate.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
You want a career that creates experiences that are impossible to forget. By studying sports and events at IUPUI, you'll get hands-on experience in and out of the classroom. And with Indy as your classroom, there are high-profile events, sports franchises, hotels, museums, and large organizations across the city to engage, educate, and enlighten your student journey before you graduate. There isn't a better city than Indianapolis to get the experience you need to prepare you to handle any event, big or small. It all starts here.
This is the Frells family's land. When the sun comes out, the kids run and play right there. This used to be a shed. Now, it's where they get breakfast. This is more than just land. It's home. The Frells family runs with us on a John Deere 1 Series tractor. This land isn't the only thing that should live on for generations. Nothing runs like a Deere. Search John Deere 1 Series for more.
Visit Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown John Deere dealer today at reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures.
And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work. We are now hiring for hundreds of jobs with pay up to $17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
You're live.
On the campus of Rose-Hulman Institute of Engineering for the HCAC Men's Soccer Championship between the Hanover College Panthers and the Rose-Hulman Fighting Engineers. Let's set the starting lineups for you. For Hanover, it's Luciano Salemi in goal, Fernando Martin, Keegan Marks, Brendan Gallagher, and Xander Oshner. Joe Dominici, Sean Fleming, Clayton Anderson, Alex Farias, and Coughlin Cumler. And Omar Dizdar will round out the 11 for the Panthers. And for the Fighting Engineers, it's Michael Trin in goal, Luke Doughty, Caleb Urban, and Takuzo Kelly, the man you got to watch out for on that Fighting Engineer squad, number 10. Zachary Stolberg, Jacob Pohl, Zach Buvalsik, Elijah Hardinson, Julia Salinas, and AJ Yilmaz to round out the starting 11 for the Fighting Engineers. Again, the wind a little heavy here. We're down a little bit, so it's going to make its way downhill.
Indiana weather coming through once again, John. 80 degrees yesterday, and here it is, a windy.
That's right. You don't like the weather in central Indiana, just wait 5 minutes. So we have got ourselves one heck of a contest here. It's the number 1 seeded Rose-Hulman Fighting Engineers against the number 2 seed Hanover College Panthers. You couldn't ask for it any better, any scripted. This is the way you want to do it. You want to have your 2 top teams fighting out for that conference championship.
Looking back at that regular season meeting, John, it was a 0-0 draw in that game between these 2 teams. Somebody's going to come out victorious here in this one.
That's right. Both teams not surrendering a loss in conference play this year. As you mentioned, John, the 2 teams tied in their regular season matchup. But because of wins and ties, it was Rose-Hulman that came out on top. So we're ready to go for the next 90 minutes. They'll talk it over to see who decides brings home the HCAC Conference Championship. The controls to Hanover. They'll play the right sideline, and that's going to go for a Rose-Hulman throw. Right in front of us. It's Elijah Hardinson. He'll look. Sends it long. And that's going to be another, so they'll move it up a little bit on the left sideline here. Early goings here in this match, a little drizzle, but the wind is heavy. So out in front of the Hanover bench. Now they'll switch fields. In control, setting things up on the back third. Now they'll play it ahead. And it's 50-50 in the middle of the field, little action. And that's going to go for Fighting Engineers throw. John, you can see it here, the drizzle coming.
Yeah, right at us.
Yes. But if they can play in it, so can we.
Right.
So now to the midfield on the right side of the pitch. Good defense there by the Panthers, and they'll play it upfield. And that's going to be a foul, an early whistle from Tony Deloy.
Stay with the yellow shirt on those.
Our head ref this afternoon. So our first free kick of the afternoon awarded to the Panthers.
I'm anxious to see in this matchup, John. Hanover only had 9 shots in that entire match against Rose-Hulman. I'm anxious to see if they get a little more aggressive on the offensive end and attack a little more.
And that's exactly what they'll have to do, John, because throughout the entire season, the Rose-Hulman defense only allowing 9 goals through 17 games. So they'll have to penetrate that defense, which is very stout for the Fighting Engineers. So they'll play it ahead, and that'll be collected by Trin. He'll roll it out. And the Fighting Engineers will set up shop on the right side of the field. It's forward to Stolberg. He plays it back. Here's Salinas. Now they'll play it, drop it all the way back. Working the right side of that field. Plays it ahead. Stolberg couldn't collect. Good defense by the Panthers. It's to the middle. Panthers just trying to get something up the field. As you mentioned, John, if they're going to be successful, they have to attack, and there's a shot, and it's just wide left.
Oh, good crack at it. You may not get many attempts in this game. That was a good crack at it, just unfortunately a little wide.
That was number 10 we mentioned in the pregame. DeCuzzo Kelly had a good strike off the right side of his boot, but just wide of the net. And a little miscommunication there on the Panthers. That's going to set up a throw, and they were quick. So here's Salinas. And that's going to be a free kick. So dangerous here. Good opportunity for the Fighting Engineers here early. Just past the 40th minute. So here's our first set piece. Ball's played in and off. That was good reaction by Salemi to punch that ball out.
Oh, well done there by the Hanover goalie there, yeah.
So the Fighting Engineers will play it back now into their half of the field. And a little miscommunication there from the Fighting Engineers, so a Hanover throw.
Hey, Jake, you might have to take your teeth
Fernando Martin
and wipe the lid.
plays it ahead.
I don't know. We'll have to see.
And they'll just keep moving it forward, knocked out of bounds. So this is going to be Clayton Anderson. And they'll play it back. There's Fleming. Now into the center. Now they play the right side of the field. A little pushing and shoving. And that's going to go in favor of Rose-Hulman. So the Engineers will work it in the backfield. Now on the left side of the field towards the benches. Played ahead. And ricochet, and that was actually a great ball. A great redirection from Hanover to the Fighting Engineers. That's going to set up them on the attacking third. Played across the pitch. Now working the right side of the field. Little shake and bake shot with the left. That's deflected. And that's going to go for a Fighting Engineers corner. This will be taken by Caleb Urban. A defender, John, who you'll see a lot on the attacking part of the field here.
Tighten up and go left. Go
yeah,
left.
very much so. And I think one thing I've noticed here, John, was I think
Rose
Rose-Hulman's trying to set the tone here early, attacking very early. They've already had 3 early shots against Hanover.
So the cross comes in. Played to the back. No touch, and that will be, it looks like a throw. A.J. Yilmaz will direct, and actually he'll lay it off for Hardison. So Hardison will play it into Yilmaz, back to Hardison. Here's Yilmaz, he'll cross with the left. Good opportunity, and now it's just mishit by the Panthers. Keegan Marks got a boot on it, but unfortunately put it in the back of their own net, behind the net.
Hey,
sorry,
Chris,
that was not an own goal.
Do you by chance have any garbage?
So Caleb Urban will set up for his second set piece on the right corner. Draws the ball in. It's a cross, headed out by Hanover. Good defense, but still collected. Nice move. Here's Yilmaz. He'll play it forward and into the hands of Salemi. So attacking chance for the Fighting Engineers, but good defense by Hanover. Now they will try to move the ball forward.
Yeah, we've been down on this end of the field for a good minute plus, so Hanover trying to get on the offensive end of the field here, if you will. Well, bad pass there.
So recollected by the Fighting Engineers. They'll play it back. Buvalik will play it ahead. And that's going to skip out of bounds. This rain may have some effect on that ball skipping a little bit this afternoon. Carterson, they'll play it all the way back to Doughty. John, that part of the field works really well. As I mentioned, only 9 goals surrendered by that Fighting Engineers defense.
Throw in here as well.
So the throw, and that's going to be a penalty on the Panthers. So they'll set this, they'll get it out of their part of the third of the field, and they'll send it forward.
Doing a nice job, Jake. Good job.
So they'll survey. They'll come over to Doughty. He'll work the left side of the field, play it ahead, and that ball was real heavy. Real heavy.
Yeah, not the greatest attempt there on that pass there by Rose-Hulman.
He was looking for Stolberg, but Stolberg is not Superman, does not have speed of that. Again, these weather conditions are affecting him. Yilmaz with a cross with the left, and Salemi is there to collect it. So he's looking for Kelly. That combination has been deadly for the Fighting Engineers this season. So now Hanover looking to create something. It'll be Harderson for another throw. Plays it long. And Hanover just trying to keep the ball out of the red here. That was Yilmaz. And that's Stolberg, and Yilmaz collects. Now to Moore. Moore plays it across. Here's Salinas. Now to the far right side of the field. That's Urban. He'll come to the middle. He'll razzle-dazzle, and there's a penalty. We saw that. That's not a penalty. That's a foul. But Urban was with speed. Split the defense, and a leg of Hanover got him. So a very dangerous situation here for the Panthers. A great opportunity for Rose-Hulman.
I actually thought they had called that a penalty, but yeah, I guess it's just a foul. But yeah, that could have been a little dangerous situation right there.
Outside of the box. So they're discussing. Tony Deloy setting his players 10 feet back. So here's Urban. No, it's off the left foot. And a shot. Great save by Salemi.
Great save.
So it's going to be another foul on the Panthers.
You have to wonder, you hate to say a game-saving save early in game, just 12 minutes in, but you have to think with these weather conditions, there's not going to be a whole lot of goals scored today either.
Salemi absolutely sprawled out full length for that one to knock it wide of the net. So Harderson by himself slips it all, and that's a dangerous play.
Got a yellow card.
And we're going to see here, that was head-to-head contact. That might be a yellow. And it is. Fernando Martin went head-to-head
that
with
was very,
Hardison.
very dangerous.
It's good to see Hardison pop right back up, and we saw it right here firsthand. That was real close to us, and that was head-to-head contact. Very dangerous play.
Glad to see Hardison jump up from that. He took a shot right there.
So Fernando Martin, the guilty party on that.
Here's the replay. I think is the ref walking this way? Yeah, he's walking this way. Here's the replay.
Showing this right here, you'll see this replay here. Just a hard shot to the head there. Yeah, that could have been a very, very dangerous there. And the yellow card was given.
And when you look at that replay, John, you know Martin did something wrong because as soon as he did it, he put his hands up in the air before the whistle was even blown.
Right.
So, very dangerous play there, but again, Hardison popped right back up, so that's good to see. Rain coming down a little bit harder now, and the wind's blowing more. Our producer, Greg Price, just pulling out the MacGyver here this afternoon. We're trying everything.
Greg is the man here. We got stuff flying all over the place up here in the.
So here's a set piece. Here's Urban, and it's across in front of the net. Nothing, and Salemi comes out and dives and collects that ball. That was a very dangerous play. There were a lot of defenders back there, but no one could get a boot on it, and Salemi just pounced on it. Great reactions by the goalie. So now again, Hanover just trying to get something offensive going here. It's been all Rose-Hulman so far here in the first half. And now there's a breakaway. It's Omar Dizdar. He's got some space. Makes a move to the right. And off his right foot takes a shot. That's Trin with the save. So a little bit of momentum there from the Panthers.
Yeah, it looks like Hanover's trying to get a little more aggressive now.
Dizdar got some space. Had a nice shot, but Trin was there. And now Hanover again. Here's Martin. Plays it ahead. It's Kumler. And collected by that defense. Played ahead. It's off the leg of the Panthers and will be played back. Now played forward, 50-50 ball. Out no man's land. Will be played out of bounds for a Panthers throw.
Tell you what, John, it seems like that yellow card that was given to Hanover has lit a little bit of fire under him.
Yeah.
Like a totally different team here.
And here's an opportunity, but that's a foul. And a little extracurricular there. And Tony Deloy is going to have a word.
Tony Deloy's going to earn his pay here today, John.
So it's going to be taken by Luke Dowdy. And he'll set, he'll play it to the middle. Here's Salinas working that middle. Out to Stolberg, but Stolberg puts it wide. Was looking for Kelly. Kelly had that great strike early, but haven't said his name a lot so far. The standout senior from Cincinnati, Ohio. So here's a great through ball. Let's see with speed who collects it. And that's just, and that's going to go for a PK. There's your penalty. Inside the box.
Rose-Hulman fans not too pleased with that call, as you can hear in the background. But here's the replay.
Walk us through this, John.
Well, let's take a look at it here as you see Hanover attacking here, and you're going to see the foul here that results in a penalty kick opportunity for Hanover right there. And it's going to be a chance for Hanover to dent the scoreboard here.
So just coming up on 30 minutes.
Go to your right, get the whole goal. There you go.
We're going to have a PK.
Zoom in, zoom in. There you go. Now go right there. Good
This
job.
is going to be João Dominici. Michael Trin. Dominici. And it's in the left side of the net.
Dominici has been their leading goal scorer all year, and he puts Hanover ahead early on.
So that's number 9 for Dominici. Number 1 for the Panthers. And has them up in this HCAC Conference Championship 1-0.
Gonna take another look at it here. You see Dominici and the goalie read the wrong way, and an early lead for Hanover in this championship game.
Trin guessed correctly, but Dominici put it where he just could not get a fingertip on it. So it's 1-0. Surprising. Early start for Hanover. It's been dominated offensively by Rose-Hulman, but it only takes one, John.
And that's one more goal than these two teams put up in the regular season. So now let's see with...
And here's a yellow. That was quick.
Yeah.
That was a no-brainer. Xander Oshner.
It's been very, very tense out there, John. You can tell there's a championship on the line.
So the initial foul was on Rose-Hulman, but Oshner, a little bit more extracurricular activity than Tony Deloy wanted, issued the yellow card.
They keep stopping the clock. Why do they keep stopping the clock?
Second yellow card now for Hanover in this match.
Got to be careful. You don't want to lose anybody. And another foul on Rose-Hulman, so they're advancing the ball forward. That's a game of soccer. The team can dominate with control, with possession, but it just takes one mistake by the opposing team, and that's exactly what happened that issued the PK.
And this is unfamiliar territory for Rose-Hulman this year, being behind in a game here, John. Let's see how they respond.
Here's a shot. Good left. Easy collect for Trin. So you're right, John. After that initial yellow by Martin, Hanover found some life here on the attacking side of the pitch. We'll see if the Fighting Engineers can answer. Plays a long ball. That's a mishit, and that's going to go out of bounds. That's going to be another corner. Caleb Urban will take this one. See how they operate here. Been two good balls from Urban on these corners. Crosses it in. And off the head of the Panthers and played forward. Comes in with a shoulder. Still in territory, and that was Kelly. Still in their possession, and it looks like we have a handball. So Kelly had an opportunity. That ball jumped up. Got Stolberg in the hand, so going way of the Panthers. Coming up on the 26th minute. So 50-50 in the middle of the field. Now a turn. Disder. And that's played in midfield. Good defense by Fighting Engineers. But still in dangerous territory. Now cleared. Farias. Collected by Stolberg. In the middle. Dominici. Cleared again. Here's Martin. We'll play it to the left side of the pitch. Just looking to clear. Fighting Engineers get it forward. Still trying to settle this ball down. Get some momentum. Here comes Rose-Hulman into the middle. Just played a little long. Collected by the Panthers. They'll play the right side of the field. And that'll be good for a Panthers throw. Clayton Anderson. It's Kumler. Now to Martin. To the middle of the field. That's Oshner. Now all the way to the edge. It's given away there. Stolberg, good defense by the Panthers. Will clear it into the middle. Still a 50-50 ball. Here's Disgar again, and that's going to be a foul.
It looks like Hanover has Rose-Hulman on their heels a little bit here, John.
They have put a lot of pressure on, John. I mean, you called it perfectly. I'll call you John Stradamus at this point because they have put a lot of pressure on the offensive side of the pitch since that first yellow card by Fernando Martin. So Farias played into the middle. Straight ball. Dangerous. Off the head, but that's going to be cleared out by the Fighting Engineers. Good defense. Panthers will look to collect. Set something up now in the backfield. Played forward. Dizer was there, but no one home. Here's Martin out to the wing. Anderson back to Martin. He's looking for Dizer. Now Doughty looking to clear. Engineers just can't put a string of passes together to get it out of that side of the field, but a foul will do it. So now the Fighting Engineers looking to accumulate some offense. String a couple passes together. Yilmaz. No one home.
I just wonder if some of these mishits aren't really mishits, so you'd have to wonder how the wind is playing havoc with that ball out there.
Very light ball. We've got everything taped down on our end, so you know that the ball is doing some crazy things out there on the pitch. Played ahead. Salemi will collect. Push his defense forward. Just under 24 minutes to play here in the first half. HCAC Conference Championship on the line. And you could see there was a true example of the win. That ball started out at midfield and just worked its way to the right sideline. Out of bounds for a Rose-Hulman throw. Now will turn in favor of the Panthers with Clayton Anderson. And good contest. And now some numbers for Rose-Hulman, but nothing doing. They had their three top scorers up there, but just couldn't collect. But Harderson now will throw to Yilmaz. And that goes out for a Panthers throw.
Now Rose-Hulman having trouble with this Hanover defense so far.
In a game that was dominated about the first 10 minutes or so on the offensive end by Rose-Hulman, it's completely switched in favor of Hanover.
It's been like a tale of two halves for this first half.
So here's Doughty. He's going to play it back. Fighting Engineers looking to accumulate some offense. Couple touches in unison. And again, the Panthers defense swarming to all the red jerseys. Played on the left side of the field, played ahead to Kumler, and met immediately was Jacob Pohl. One of the standouts on that Rose-Hulman defense. Jacob Pohl, the 2020 Hendricks County Player of the Year at Avon High School. At an hour here from here, Avon, Indiana.
You can see that ball, that kick, that ball just died when it got up there.
So now on the right side of the field, Urban. And he'll take the throw. Played back to Pohl. Out to the center. Over to Doughty. Try to work the left side of the field. Played ahead. Anderson was there. And once again, Fighting Engineers have to work from the backside of the pitch.
Yeah, Rose-Hulman again just can't get any of the flow going here.
Now here's Anderson. He'll play it ahead. And that's Martin. Plays it back. The separation right now is just a collection of passes from Hanover to each other. They're being able to string together some passes, putting the pressure on Rose-Hulman. Whereas Rose-Hulman, it's really one touch and clear at this point. Now to Trin. He'll boot it forward. And that ball just died. And play on.
Yeah, play on here.
Fernando Martin with a good effort, and we're going to stop the clock. And a Hanover player down. That was a surprising. That was Coughlin Cumler. Took a hard spill.
Yeah, Gimpy getting up here.
That will stop the clock at 19:28 left here in the first half.
He's going to come out of the game here.
He'll have to come off, and we'll see if he re-enters or they sub. So he's going to stay at the entrance line, so he'll get this ball in, and Cumler will come right back in. Good to see him, and nothing serious. From our vantage point, looks like 20 could see some hardwood action this winter. About 6'4". They worked that small forward position for the Hanover Panthers during the basketball season.
Again, Rose-Hulman just unable to.
Jake, you're doing a nice job. Thank you.
And Anderson lost his own feet there. It was Semler who rolled over him. Nonetheless, it'll be a Rose-Hulman throw. So now Pohl will play it ahead. And just nothing doing. Once again, just a through ball. It's one touch and done for the Fighting Engineers. Just cannot get anything going offensively.
Yeah, Hanover's doing a great job holding down Rose-Hulman here. They had those 3 early shots in this game. They've only had 1 shot here in the last 20 minutes or so.
Staying somewhat dry up there.
So Salemi will set. And we're getting ready for our first substitution of the afternoon. It's going to be Scott Zender. So played back. Pohl is the only one home. Has some time. Plays it back to Trin. We'll play it forward. Forward on the right side of the field, and that was off the Panther, so Urban will throw. And a turnover. That's going to switch the field. Kumler went down again, and I don't know if maybe it's the same leg, but he went down awkwardly.
Yeah, I think he slipped on the wet turf out there, and yeah, he's I think coming out here now.
So that's going to be Zender coming in for Kumler here.
I think he's on his back now too.
Yeah, tough couple minutes there for number 20. Let's hope he's okay. So back to action. Hanover still in possession. And there's a mistake. And Yilmaz has just put on the afterburners there and was trying to get to it, but cleared out by Salemi.
Wise thing there by Salemi, just knock it out because he had a Rose-Hulman attacker right there.
Good awareness there. Dominici just pulled down Kai Moore. I mean, that was another instance of, as soon as it happened, I put my hands in the air like, what did I do?
Now the main way you know you're guilty, when the
That's
hands go
right,
up.
That's right. As soon as you do it, the hands go up. So Urban with the set piece here. He'll play it in on the backside, and nobody home. The wind carried that one. Yeah, got a hold of that one. Was looking for Kelly, but he got up in a gust of wind and just sailed into the back nets there.
Yeah, this wind is creating a lot of havoc on these guys out there.
So we're coming up on 15 minutes of play here in the first half during this HCAC Conference Championship matchup, featuring the 1 and 2 seeds, the Rose-Hulman Fighting Engineers against the Hanover College Panthers. It's 1-0. That was due to a PK put in the back of the net by Joe Dominici. And that ball will find its way out of bounds.
We're going to have another sub here for Hanover.
This will be Joel Yan for Omar Dizdar, it looks like. Joel Yan, one of the heroes in that last game against Transylvania, put in the second goal in the 40th minute of that one to make it 2-1, and that would be the final score. That would advance these Panthers to this championship matchup.
Nice block there.
You can see a lot of slipping out there. This turf has become ultra slick, but it's Dominici inside the box and cleared by Paul. Good defense there. There's Stolberg. Makes a move, still on his right foot. Trying to do something here. Fighting Engineers and Urban. Just trying to do something, and again, very stout defense by Hanover.
Rose-Hulman just can't get any attack going on that in that Hanover zone.
So Coach Sean Hellwell is going to send in some reinforcements, see if they can do something. That's Tyler Etheridge, Jackson Sita. For AJ Yilmaz, Zachary Stolberg.
See a little bit of frustration coming off here for Rose-Hulman.
Yeah, it's been tough sledding here so far. There was a shot that was blocked. Julius Salinas from his midfield position. It's about what we've seen here in the past 25 minutes. This play, but it'll be played back to Trin. He'll clear it forward. Defeat Sita. And now they'll play it over to Hardison. He's been busy over here on the left side. Kai Moore. Back to Hardison. Now in the middle of the field. Salinas. And The field has just become ultra slick, John. They're falling all over the place.
Yeah, that was a pass intended for Moore, but again, his feet come from under him, and with this turf and with this rain we've had come through here, creating problems.
It was a foul, though. But unfortunately, with turf, you really can't change cleats here. Just kind of got to adjust yourself. Keep your weight lower to the ground. Try to set that strong base. So here's Urban. Played ahead, curls it in, and an opportunity there. Again, this wind just carried that ball. That was a good ball by Urban. But without the wind, that's a dangerous piece, but the wind here in Terre Haute is just zipping through here. Causing problems for everybody.
Including us up here in the box.
And you can hear it through our crowd mic that it's no joke. So now Hanover. Once again on the attacking end. And cleared out. It's an Engineers throw. Played into the defending third. Over to Doughty. They'll try to set up on this left field. Doughty again. Gets through. Sita. And he'll just play it back. Coming up on 10 minutes to play here in the first half of this HCAC Conference Championship on the campus of Rose-Hulman. Good challenge. Kai Moore. Play that back. Now play it forward. And that will stay in bounds. Doughty now to the middle. Salinas has some space and he'll play it wide. Urban up front. Now here's Kelly. Have not said his name as much we would. That was taken off the... It's like a headshot there.
Wow, header there.
And that'll go for a Engineers throw. They'll play it in. Well, the formula that has been successful for these fighting Engineers all year long has yet to come into play here, and that's get the ball to number 10. Just haven't been able to do so. Had the one strike early in this match, but it's been silent since.
Yeah, I think the Hanover defense has been a lot of the credit for that here this first half.
There's a long ball through. Too heavy. That'll go for a goal kick by Tripp. Wind really picking up here as we approach 9 minutes left here in the first half. Back, and that was a dangerous ball, but deflected off of Rose-Hulman, so that'll go for a Panthers throw. Now redirect. And Kelly falls to the turf.
Yeah, more slipping out there.
You can see once that ball hits that turf, it just skips, takes an extra blazing hop. And it's going to come at you a lot quicker. We'll see it right here. That ball, you can see it. You can see it. Once that ball hit, that just rocketed off the turf.
One of those things, whenever it rains, it plays totally different than it is if it was a nice sunny bright day. It just...
So Salinas to Urban. Urban again, one of those defenders that comes up, plays a lot forward. That 5-5-2 formation. 5 goals, 7 assists, and that's going to be another corner. So this is where all the offenses come for Rose-Hulman, off these corners. on the right side, all taken by Urban.
Down to 7.5 here, John, in this first half.
Not sure what that was, but so we'll blow and we'll play on. Urban will work the kinks out in the Sox.
Goal move. I think the goal move.
And it was. The wind is making the ironwork move. Wow. So we're all set. Urban sends it in. Low line drive. Still in play. Pull with the header. And nobody there to collect. Cleared out by the Panthers. Sita with a shot. And Salemi punches it out. Still dangerous play inside the box. Salinas. Here's Sita. Plays it to the middle. To Moore. Little pop shot. Into the box still. Cannot clear Martin. And he clears it out to the middle. There's an opportunity. This is Jolian. And it's Salinas came back. Lots of credit there to number 27. Julius Salinas. He was in the box of Hanover and ran all the way back to stop Jolian. Now this ball is crossed, and that's going to clearly go out. That'll be an engineer's throw. Coming up 6 minutes left here in the first half.
Sorry, John. Rose-Hulman on this last down, about best two chances they've had in quite a while in this game since very, very early.
That substitution of Etheridge and Sita has made a difference here. And this will be a corner for the Panthers.
Got two more subs coming in here.
This is Tommy Burns.
Tapia, is it? I believe.
Danny Tapia as well, number 14. So here's a set piece for the Panthers. Played in with the left, curled in. Dangerous ball. And there's going to be another corner. Xander Oshner. Looks like he goes for the low line drive, curl it in with the left. Once again, here's a header, and now it's headed out. Now here's Kelly. And now Salinas. It's Salinas and Kelly. And Salinas will stop, play it back in the middle of the field. Here's Urban. And it's good defense by the Panthers.
Yeah, nice play there.
Tommy Burns, who just came in. The Lafayette, Louisiana native, Tommy Burns.
Raging Cajun country down there.
So we're coming up on 4 minutes of play here in the first half. 1-0 Hanover on a PK. This will go in favor of Rose-Hulman. Urban will come up. Played in quickly. Just trying to get it into the middle. Plays it with the left. And there was an opportunity there, but it sails wide. No real danger. So Salemi had a lot of action in the first few minutes, has had a lot of action here to close out the half. He's done a wonderful job here in the net so far for the Panthers. Ball played forward. Good contest. There's Sita. And that was Etheridge. A little bit too much muscle. Tapia plays a through ball, and Tring will collect. Joel Young came with a full head of steam, but Tring was there to beat him. Coming up on 2.5 left here in the first half. Now here's Kelly, his first opportunity by himself. Makes a turn, still inside the box. Makes another turn on his right. Still by himself, still has it. Now plays it back to Urban. Urban plays it across. That was Etheridge. Here's Sita with the head and collected by Salemi.
Oh, good effort there by Rose-Hulman, but again, Salemi right there for Hanover as he's been all half.
There was a lot of action there, but Hanover played great defense, not allowing a quick shot or a hard shot. So here's Rose-Hulman again on the attack. On the outside to Urban. He has space to work with. Little juke move, and he still has it at his feet. Now he's going to play it across. Here's Etheridge, here's Kelly, and just left of the net.
Well, a total change here. You're seeing a lot more aggression for Rose-Hulman here, just like we had at the beginning of the game here.
So the substitution of Tyler Etheridge has really put a spark in for Rose-Hulman. And we may see that combination because now Kelly's getting involved. And we can see what has been successful for them all year, John. Working the right side of that field with Caleb Urban and working in into the middle with Etheridge and Kelly. Now here's Kelly. Kai Moore. We're under a minute left here in the first half.
Hit the official.
And Tony Deloy is discussing things over. Coming up on 30 seconds left here. I'm sure that Hanover doesn't mind just keeping it in possession, keeping it out of the feet of Rose-Hulman.
Yeah, they're going to be very content just to be
They will be
careful.
extremely happy. Matt Wilkerson and his crew to head into halftime with a 1-0 lead. But here's Kelly on the right side of Urban, 10 seconds.
8.
Here's Urban with a shot on goal, blocked by Salemi. Urban again, blocked again by Salemi. An onslaught of shots by Caleb Urban in the final 10 seconds. But Luciano Salemi comes up big. And what a first half. What a closing 10 minutes of exciting soccer here in Terre Haute, Indiana, on the campus of Rose-Hulman.
Just get him walking off and then put it on the middle of the field.
That was fun.
Good wrap up for about a minute and a half.
So, we're going to take a break because we need to catch our breath there from the onslaught of action there in the last 30 seconds or so. And it's the Panthers of Hanover College with a 1-0 lead over the Rose-Hulman Fighting Engineers fighting for the HCAC championship. You're watching it right here on IndianaSRN.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Hi, I'm Matt Wolford, president of the IHSAA Foundation, and we need your help. We need your help so the youth of our community can develop advanced leadership skills. We need your help giving high school administrators and coaches the instruction and insight they need to be better role models and teachers. To learn more or to make a tax-deductible contribution, go to ihsaafoundation.org. You'll not only be contributing to the foundation of the IHSAA, you'll be contributing to the foundation of our community.
Whether or not you've ever stepped into a church before, you've probably seen one of these, a Bible. It's the most read, most translated, most debated, most placed in a hotel room book of all time, and people have been reading it for thousands of years. And yet, for many of us, the Bible can feel really complex and intimidating. I mean, where do we start? And what does an ancient book have to do with everyday life in Murfreesboro, Tennessee? Well, there's a million different ways to start trying to get a better understanding of the Bible. You can read it on your own, study it with others, or even come to a service in Three Crosses or New Harvest Sanctuary to hear people teach about it. Heck, you can even take some classes about the Bible across I-24 at MTSU. But this year at World Outreach, we're going to try something a little different. We're going to dive in and look at the Bible as one great big story, to get to know the characters and storylines like we would if we were watching an epic movie. We're going to take a journey together along the timeline of this great story. Our hope is, in the end, that we'll see the Bible in new ways, that the story would come to life and change us, that we'll find that we truly have a mighty source in the Bible. So sit back, take a deep breath, and get ready, because here we go. The narrative of the Bible starts with God. The Bible is an unfolding drama about God and about what God is doing on planet Earth. The story begins with Earth in chaos and God beginning to bring order to that chaos. Over the course of 6 days, God spoke and our world began to take shape. Each day, God would stop and look at whatever was created, clouds or grass or mountains or raccoons, and think, that's good. The world was perfect, just as God intended it to be. Then, on the 6th day, God decided to make a creature called man by scooping up some dirt from the earth and breathing life into it. God named him Adam. God placed Adam in a garden that was full of plants and animals. Then, God told Adam it was his job to take care of everything in the garden, even to name each and every one of the animals. In the garden were 2 unique trees, the tree of life and the tree of knowledge of good and evil. God told Adam to eat anything from the garden, except for the fruit that came from the tree of knowledge. As you're probably already aware, the story doesn't end there. At some point, God decided it wasn't good for man to live alone. God wanted a suitable companion and helper for Adam, but nothing else God had created so far did the trick. So God caused Adam to fall into a deep sleep and pulled a rib out of his body, using it to form another creature. God called this creature woman and named her Eve. After doing all this amazing work, God took a break on the 7th day. God gave a special blessing on this day of the week, setting it apart to be different than the other 6 days. Adam and Eve lived in the garden, enjoying a perfect relationship with one another. They lived perfectly with their surroundings, taking care of the earth as God had told them to. And they had a perfect relationship with God, spending time with God each day. Talk about mighty. That's some pretty amazing stuff God did. Not a bad start to the story, huh? Life, for now, was just as God had intended it to be.
Becoming a licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 21 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
Can I help you?
Yeah, I'd like to order a hamburger, fries, salt, maybe a large vanilla shake. Yeah.
This is a trophy shop, can't you tell?
You got a counter right here. Isn't this where you place the orders?
We sell trophies, we sell plaques, we do embroidery. No food.
You got carry out?
Unlike the internet, everything that you need we have here at the shop. Very unique You order today, carry out tonight. That's our version of carry out.
All right, I'll take one of everything.
Well, that may take a little longer. We'll have it for you tomorrow night.
You know, Jim, I'll be back tomorrow to pick it all up.
We'll wait for you.
Don't wait long.
At the point we left off in the story, everything was going just as God had intended. God had given Adam and Eve a perfect world and a perfect relationship with one another, with their surroundings, and with God. Yep, sounds a lot like today. People getting along, everybody loving God, taking care of the earth. Yeah, not so much. So what happened? Well, a serpent in the garden came to Adam and Eve and tried to convince them to eat from the tree of knowledge of good and evil, the same tree that God had told them not to. The serpent told them that they would be just like God if they ate from it. Well, we don't know what the exact kind of fruit was, an apple, an orange, or a juicy Tennessee tomato. And we don't know for sure whether they believed the serpent or wanted to find out for themselves. The fact of the matter is, Adam and Eve ate that fruit. This decision would change the course of history and had immediate consequences. Adam and Eve couldn't live in the garden anymore, and their perfect relationship with God and each other was broken. From there, things just seemed to get worse. One of Adam and Eve's sons murdered his brother, and their grandchildren did all sorts of wicked things. We're trying to keep it as PG as possible here at World Outreach, so we'll skip over the nastier details, but as the population of the earth grew, evil and wickedness took over. How would things ever get back to the way God had intended at the start of creation? At one point, things got so bad that God was sorry for ever creating humans. You heard that right. God was sorry for making humans. It's in the story. You can look it up. So, God decided to start over by wiping out the entire population of Earth with a great flood. He spared one man named Noah and his family and a bunch of animals that Noah loaded into a giant boat. But soon after the flood, Noah's kids and grandkids started to rebel against God, and some of them even completely forgot about God. Again, these parts of the story are better suited for an audience of 18 and up, but suffice to say, violence and hatred was everywhere. From the look of things, it seemed like there was just no hope for human beings. But God's plan was still emerging. God appointed a special group of people to be a blessing to others and help bring things back to the way they were intended to be. God started this group with one man named Abraham, telling him that God would use his family to bless the rest of the world for generations to come. There was just one problem. Abraham didn't have any children. None. Zero. Which might not have been a problem, except that he was already 75 years old, and his wife Sarah was far too old to have children. Wow. Imagine what it would be like if God told one of the oldest couples in this church that they were going to have a baby. Can you imagine your reaction? Can you imagine their reaction? As difficult to believe and downright silly as the promise seemed, Abraham and Sarah waited for God to make good on it. And sure enough, Sarah actually became pregnant, giving birth to a son they named Isaac, which means laughter. And so it began. Isaac grew up, married, and had twin sons. One of these twins, Jacob, got married and had 12 sons of his own. These 12 sons became the leaders of 12 tribes in this new nation, a nation that would bless all people. God gave this nation a name, Israel. It seems God had a way of following through on a promise, just not always the way Abraham, Sarah, or even we might expect.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
And you're live.
Terre Haute, Indiana, and the campus of Rose-Hulman Institute of Engineering. It's an HCAC championship between the Rose-Hulman Fighting Engineers and the Hanover College Panthers. Alongside my broadcast partner, John Lester, I'm John Cupo. And we've had a good one so far, John.
Indeed we have, yes. It's been a fun one, that's for sure. We were talking here before, you're looking at the stat, it's 12-4 on the shots for Rose-Hulman. And you and I were talking, Rose-Hulman dominated that first 5 minutes, they attacked there at the end of the half. There was one mistake that's cost them this 1-0 lead at the break, and that was that penalty kick down there by Hanover.
That penalty kick coming off the foot of Joe Dominici. Perfect placement on that. Is that Michael Trin guessed right? Just a few inches too short. Dominici put it in the lone place of the left side of the net where Trin could not get it. But it was an onslaught of offense that was revived by the Fighting Engineers towards the end of that first half. It was Caleb Urban who took 2 wicked shots. The goalkeeper Luciano Salini was there to defend it, but there was a late substitution, John, of Tyler Etheridge and Jackson Sita that seemed to really put a jolt into the Fighting Engineers offense.
Yeah, right there at the end of the first half. We were talking earlier in the half when Hanover made that substitution there. It seemed to jolt their offense as well. So anxious to see how these two teams play out as far as their lineups go here in the second half.
But the talk so far has been that Hanover defense. Yes, the shots are 12-4, but it was really that last drive, the first half and the second half of that first half. But the middle 25 minutes was completely controlled by Hanover, and the Fighting Engineers could get nothing going because of a stout Hanover defense. So we've got 45 minutes to decide this one. Both teams have switched field. Rose-Hulman Fighting Engineers in their red kits with black shorts, and Hanover in the gray kits with red numbers. So now Rose-Hulman. As mentioned in that first half, it was Takazo Kelly that needed to see more touches, and he did towards the end of that first half, and it seemed to work. But they put a lot of pressure. Now it's a turnover. There's Fernando Martin. Now over to Dominici. And stopped there by Jake Pohl. And here's a shot off the foot. And that's going to go wide right. That was Andrew Oshner. The wind has died down a little bit. The rain has stopped. John, you said that you saw the sun peeking through for a little bit. If we could ever be so fortunate.
I think it was just a tease, but yes, it did kind of peek out there in the first half, no.
So Caleb Urban worked the right side of the field. And it's played in the middle. There's Urban. And you can see that combination of Etheridge and Sita back out there for Coach Sean Hellewell here in the second half. It's played wide to Urban. He'll work the right side of the field. In with the left, and there it's collected by Salimi. So some early pressure by the Fighting Engineers here, the second half, and over 1-0 in this HCAC Conference Championship matchup. The temperatures here in Terre Haute aren't too bad, but the wind has already proven to be a factor here. These 50-50 balls skipping out of bounds very quickly. And if you can see it from your angle, you can see that number 20, Coughlin Cumler, is back out there. So looks like he's ship-shape. That's a good sign to see. He was holding his lower back when he came off the pitch in the first half, but he's good to go. Wants to be out there with his teteammates. As of right now, it's all or nothing. is the last one of the season, and it's the most important one. Now here's a through ball. That's Etheridge, and Salimi collects.
But Salimi's had a whale of a game and goal here for Hanover, John.
That's that combination, John, is that it was Urban to Etheridge. That was a substitution in the first half that provide an offensive spark for the Fighting Engineers. Him and Sita. Now here's Sita to Etheridge. Just a little heavy.
Still, even see all the rain, so you can still see that wind still playing havoc with that ball out there.
As soon as I said that it died down, Mother Nature said, nope, you're wrong, sir. So here's Urban. Now Kelly. Good contest by that Panthers defense. Oshner and Gallagher back there. Played very well so far here for the Panthers. Now here's Urban. Working the right side of that field. Now plays it across. He's looking for Sita. There's Kai Moore. Couldn't collect. Salinas. Plays into the middle. That's Etheridge. Nothing doing. And that just kind of trickled to Urban. Played ahead to Sita. He's there. Can he collect off his right foot? Oh, Kelly was there. Shot off the left and just wide. Tyler Etheridge put a good boot on it, but sailed it just left of the net.
One of Rose-Hulman's best scoring chances today.
So the sophomore Tyler Etheridge, the Louisville, Kentucky native, has made an impact on this game offensively. Ball's going to skip. Good collect by Urban to keep that ball from going out of bounds. And here's Etheridge now in space, collects at his feet. Shot with the right, and just left of the net. It was off the post. I think that ball collected the post, trickled out. Arterson will collect. Here's Sita into the middle of the field. There's Kelly, and it's Kelly there and just kicked out. That ball was in no man's land in the front of the box. And Keegan Marks got a boot on it to clear it out.
Yeah, 3 great chances there for Rose-Hulman. Everything but in the net.
I don't know if we can go back or not, but I wonder if that ball
didn't get it.
It seems that Tyler Etheridge had it on his right side of the foot and just went wide, but I think it got the post because the way that it trickled out, that ball was cleared, so it clearly didn't go out of bounds, so I think he got post on that.
Yeah. We've got a discussion here between the goalie and the official here.
I think there was a collision between his own player and Keegan Marks. Not sure what we're going to do here. Clock is stopped, 39:36. Before all that action, the ball is just dead to center. No one around it, but Keegan Marks was able to clear it. So after all that, it's a short throw-in for the Fighting Engineers. Now back to Hanover. Coming up on 39 minutes left here in the contest.
Shots are now 16-5 in this match in favor of Rose-Hulman.
They have come out aggressive here in the second half. They have no choice. Down 1-0. So trying to settle. Up forward, still trying to collect. It's Anderson who'll play it up to Disder. win that ball, and he won't, but Dominici collects, and back to this, but that goes through. And that'll be played forward. Sita is there, Etheridge is there, but won by Hanover to Martin. Harderson was there. That ball will sail out of bounds. Anderson will throw.
Really?
And just trying to get it out. Try to get that ball in the middle of the field. Anderson will throw again. Plays it ahead. There's Disder. Ball still up in the air, 50-50. No one can collect yet. Salinas plays it forward. And still nothing doing. Finally, come to the feet of Pohl. And he'll play it forward to Urban. Plays it across. Nobody home. Kelly's there. And Sita just past him. Anderson will play it forward to Martin. And there's more. And now back to Kumler.
Oh, look out.
And Buvalik, a little extracurricular there. But Buvalik, he's been very good back there in the sweeper position. Now he'll play it to the right. Really like to work the right side of the field with Urban. So here's Salinas. Trying to get something established with Kelly. It's at Kelly's right foot. Now he'll play it wide to Urban. Just outside the box, in with the left. And it's crossing and just headed out. Good defense. A contest.
Hanover still unable to clear it, though.
Back to Urban's feet. He'll cross again. Nobody home. Just a gaggle of gray jerseys. Now Kai Moore back to Salinas. Now he'll switch fields. That's Harderson. There's Moore. He'll play it. Try to get it to Urban, but cleared out. Back to Pohl. He'll switch fields. Doughty. Up the left. Crosses with the left. Nobody home. And that was off the right foot of Brendan Gallagher. Trying to sway the referee. Say that was off the Fighting Engineers, but to no avail. So here's Etheridge. Plays it all the way across to Urban. Nice footwork. Plays with the right. There's Kelly off his head. And that'll go out. So goal kick. Just under 35 minutes left here in the second half of the HCAC Men's Soccer Championship. Number 1 seed Rose-Hulman Fighting Engineers down 1-0 to the Hanover College Panthers. There's Dominici. He has that one goal on a PK. Had 3 men to beat, couldn't do it. Here's Sita. Breaks free, now plays it back. And they're going to switch fields here to Urban. Good ball. Urban has some time. Plays it ahead. Etheridge was there. Ball still in the air inside the box. Off the head of Kelly. Here's Salinas. He collects. Plays it outside to Urban. Switches fields. Harderson was there. Plays it back. Buvalik. Plays it ahead. It's Harderson again.
Hey, big out! Switch the play! Hold it! Big out! Switch the play!
And that's going to stop the clock. Have a Panther down on the field.
There's been a lot of action down on the one end of the field here, John, so far in the second half.
Yeah, John, it looks like Rose-Hulman has come out with a vengeance here on the offensive side of the pitch. Haven't really seen. Michael Trin has been pretty lonely back there so far. Well, like we saw in the first half, that could all change just like that, just one mistake. And with that wind blowing, kind of that crosswind we've seen in that first half, that wind will push that ball. And actually our producer, Greg Smith, made a great point that maybe on one of these set pieces that just put it on goal. See what happens. So Dominici will come off here. We'll see if that's going to be a re-enter or it will be a substitution. Scott Zender saw action in the first half when he came in for Kumler. So we hope that young man is okay. Does have the lone goal so far. Here's Sita working the left side of the field. It's going to be a throw-in.
And now I've got another Hanover player.
Another Panther down.
Taking up. And Hanover just unable to get any rhythm going. It's been an attack from Rose-Hulman here in the second half. Hanover's going to have to find somehow, some way to get the momentum shifted here so far in the second half.
Hanover in a tricky position, up 1-0, but the offensive firepower of Rose-Hulman, so you don't want to be on your heels too much. Because if you play it, if you try to set the play in the back half of the field with the field conditions the way they are with that ball skipping, one mistake could allow that ball to go through. And Rose-Hulman will capitalize on that. So what does Matt Wilkerson's crew do here? So here's Sita. Plays it ahead. And Salimi will work it back. He'll collect. Dominici's going to come back in. That means he's okay, so that's a good sign.
If he wasn't real hurt, you wouldn't see him out again for too long.
So Kelly was there, but getting that ball now. This is Disder. Passes straight down, and just Trink comes out. That ball is still loose in the 18, and that is going to, let's see what that is.
Wow.
That is going to go in favor of Rose-Hulman. There was a lot of commotion down there inside the box.
And that could have been disaster for Rose-Hulman there, John, because the goalie was out of position.
Yeah, Michael Trin came out. It was Disder who had a full head of steam. It was at his feet. Trin tested it. You can see it right here. Disder got some space. Trin came out, and then that ball was loose.
Yeah, Hanover just unfortunately couldn't, because that would have been almost an easy goal right there.
And not even from that replay, it's hard to see who that ball went off of, but so we'll try to collect here. Caleb Urban. One thing we know for sure is that offense, they like to run it through this right side of the field with Urban. And now here's Dominici with a shot on goal, saved by Trin. And they're going to play it ahead. There was a foul there. But that was a great shot by Dominici. Came right on the pitch. And laid a great shot. Great save by Trin there.
That could be a game-saving play right there.
Easily the best offensive opportunity so far. So Hanover now starting to put the pressure on the Fighting Engineers. On their offensive side of the pitch, here's Anderson. He'll throw again. At the feet of Dominici. Now here's Urban. Played ahead. Good deflection. Anderson now. Plays it ahead. Dominici on the right side. Tries to split two defenders. Nothing doing. Got him down there, I believe. Yeah, that's going to go on Dominici. Jacob Pohl. Maybe nominated for an Emmy on that one, but we play on. Here's Cita. Splits the defender, still has it. Here's Kelly. Through ball no good. Still 50-50. Kelly couldn't collect, but that's going to be a foul. Once again, hands in the air. So Urban now with a set piece. The wind is blowing left to right, so we'll see what Urban, see if he can adjust here. Engineers on the back side of the box.
Oh, that wind has picked up again.
Sent in. That's way long. So nothing doing there on the free kick. Coming up on 28 minutes to play here in the second half, the HCAC championship on the line. It's a long ball. All the way back to Trent. Now that wind is starting to move us up here in the booth. So Cita still has it at his feet. As expected, they'll move it to the right side of the field. Pohl now plays it ahead. Etheridge. No one home. Some dangerous play by Salimi there. Tried to play it off his feet. Almost made a mistake. Etheridge was there, but Salimi pounces on it. Anderson plays it ahead to Kumler. I don't know, John. Kumler doesn't look right to me. He's favoring that back.
Yeah, I think he's still,
Here he is.
Yeah, I've been thinking that the last couple, 2-3 trips. He's still hurting out there, it looks like.
And that last possession in the middle of the field, he came up a little lame, so let's hope he's okay. Dominici.
Giving it for your team right there. You like to see that effort, though.
There is Kumler. That's Oshner. Still trying to clear. Kumler. Out to the right. Here's Urban. He will keep that ball in bounds. Good hustle. Oshner on him. Now to Etheridge. Back to Urban. Good give and go there. Urban working the right side of the field. Sends it across. There's Cita. And that ball's just going to go right of the net. Got a hit on it.
Yeah, I got a good look at that there. Unfortunately, just sailed it wide.
That's another opportunity for the Fighting Engineers, but all for naught if it doesn't go to the back of the pylon. So they'll set up again. And here's a throw in for the Fighting Engineers. Kai Moore. Good recovery by the Panthers there. So a free kick for the Panthers. Taken by Marks. He'll play it ahead. And Trent saved that from going out of bounds. That ball took a wicked hop. I think Trent expected that. So still playing the right side of the field. Pull. Long ball over to Doughty. On the left side of the pitch. Plays it ahead. There's Kelly. Plays it off his chest. There's Kelly. And a pop shot just couldn't put it in. Settled off his chest, had it at his foot, and just popped it over the net.
Another great look. Unfortunately, just caught, and Kelly knew it when he shot it. He knew that was going to missed opportunity.
So Austin Holwerda enters the contest for Matt Wilkerson's Panthers. Boomer's coming off. I think that's a good idea, and I know the young man wants to be out there with his teammates, but sometimes playing injured isn't the best idea.
Yeah, you don't want to risk
out there in the exactly. So there's Kelly, good defense. Salinas can't clear. Ball still in the middle. Dominici, Urban. And that'll go in favor of the Panthers. Anderson now. There's Kelly. Salinas plays it ahead. Etheridge is there, but there's a slew. Oh, and they all fell down, but luckily the ball ended up in the hands of Salini. Coming up on 23 minutes left here in the second half. The HCAC Conference Championship on the line. So a little action there, but
Holwerda up there.
Holwerda didn't realize how big Tyler Etheridge was right there. Now a through ball. Here's Etheridge now on his left foot. Tries to play to the left. There's Urban. Good defense by the Panthers. Urban tries to come along, and that's kicked out of bounds. But that was a great recovery by the Panthers defense, and we have another Panther down. Can't see a number.
It's
25. 25.
I think that's Villegas. I believe.
No, that's Holwerda.
Holwerda.
Yeah, he went down. On that 50-50 ball, he went up with Tyler Etheridge, and Etheridge was looking at the ball, but Tyler Etheridge, a big 5'11", and he's holding his arm. He did come up. It wasn't anything in the lower extremities. He was holding his arm when he came up on that 50-50 ball. Now he's holding it now, so something in that right forearm.
Looks like shoulder the way he's holding it. Yeah, nope, forearm.
Yeah. Let's hope he's okay. It's either the wrist or forearm. Not to speculate up here, but nonetheless, we hope that that young man is okay. So Corso will come in for him. It's his first action of the match.
It's getting quite physical out there, John.
Yeah, things are going to pick up here in the second half, as they have already. Because again, these teams won't see a soccer field, at least for their respective colleges, until next season. A lot of these players do play club soccer throughout the year. Some graduating will go on to very great careers. A lot of smart kids out there between these two schools. A lot of academic honors. John, we kind of joked about it in the pregame before we even got started about where these kids are going to go with their academic prowess and what we do. This is the future right here, just not on a soccer field, but also out in the business world. They're going to do a heck of a job out there, and they have proved themselves very worthy in the classroom for both respective colleges. So now the left side of the pitch. Staudy still working. That's going to be cleared all the way back. Kai Moore by himself. And actually that's going to go all the way back. And this will go in favor of the Panthers. Still 1-0.
A little tighter maybe on there when they're close.
As they already have, but you're going to see Rose-Hulman pick up the aggression even more as we're getting down to 20 minutes and down a goal here.
So ball across. Oshner is there. Off his left foot. Nobody home. That'll go across to Doughty. He'll need to clear. Does with the left. Up front to Etheridge. Now Sita. Now Kelly. Engineers on the attack. Here's Kelly. Still on his right foot. Plays it back. Salinas. Now to Sita. Nobody home. Anderson there. Played ahead. Still not clear. 50-50 ball. Still kind of on the ground. Now Salinas on his right foot. Plays it across. Kai Moore. Looking for help. Nobody home. We'll play it back. Now clear across. Urban's there. Cole. Now back to the feet of Urban. Plays in the middle. Sita. He's there. 3 defenders right there with him. Salinas again. Urban one-on-one with Anderson. Makes a move. Gets to the right. Crosses with the right. And nobody home. And that is going to be still in play. Now to the middle of the field.
We got 2 balls on the field here.
And we need a whistle there. I don't know how that happened. Well, John, I've been doing a lot of soccer games, and I have yet to see 2 balls coming to the middle of the pitch.
Yeah, I don't know what exactly happened there.
I think someone was thinking throw, or not sure. Ref Deloy giving the gentleman some business on the sideline there. Wasn't too pleased with that, having to stop the match and deal with that. So it was a first for everything, and I just got mine on November 5th of 2022 out in Terre Haute, Indiana. So action resumes. Just under 19 to play here.
Let's go, Greg! Get up!
Valak. Now Pole. Played ahead. It's a little heavy. Vistor just plays it away. Urban to Kelly. And play on. To the middle, Dominici. There's a through ball. Disner is there. He has speed. It's a foot race. Disner to the right. Shot with the right, and that's blocked. And it's cleared by Rose-Hulman. Jacob Pohl made a great recovery and blocked that shot.
Another possible game-saving play right there for Rose-Hulman.
So Scott Zender will re-enter for Disder. Great opportunity. We're going to stop the clock here. We'll see what this is about. 17:44 left on the clock.
Referee over there talking to Keegan Marks about something.
We'll stay in possession of the Panthers, but Des Moines not happy with Marks about something, but we play on. Dominici to the middle. Zender right away. Looking for help. Oshner, he'll play it back. Kelly was there. Out to the middle. Good play by Marks. Foul on Etheridge there. I didn't see much, but Deloy thought otherwise.
Yeah, that looked like a play on to me, but as I always say, we're not out there.
It's easy for us up here in the booth. Keegan Marks, played ahead. Long ball. Trin will come up and he'll collect. Trin, just like Salimi, has played a fantastic game. It's just that lone PK right now. Coming up on 16 and a half. What do the Fighting Engineers have in them? If anything, it's a smart move. Get it to the feet of number 10. Alex Farias. So Keegan Marks will set up again. He'll play it forward. Looking for Zender. Wasn't there. Valek. Salinas ahead. Here's Kelly. Good turn. That's going to be off the foot of Marks. That'll go for a throw-in for the Engineers. Urban plays it to the middle to Salinas. Now back to Urban. Off his chest. Work the right side of that field. They'll try this again. On the right sideline. Back to Pole. Plenty of space to work with. Valek. Over to Moore. He'll turn. On his left. Cross with the right. Some bodies there. Off the chest of Kelly. He'll shoot with the left. And that was deflected, but that's going to go for a corner. Kelly got a left on it. Off a Panther defender, so it'll be Urban from that right corner. Set piece for the Engineers. Pass over. Bent in. There was Kelly. Nobody home. Valek will play it back out to Sita. Into the middle. Salinas. Plays it ahead. Here's Etheridge. Takes a shot. Great save. That was a good strike by number 8, Tyler Etheridge. As Salini has done all game, was there to collect it.
Good job, Lucky!
If this game holds Salini, he'll definitely have to be your player of the game for Hanover. He has had several chances against him and has saved every one.
He has played an exceptional game, but now here's offense from Fighting Engineers. Here's Etheridge now, turns with the right, and a shot in the hour, save! Luciano Salimi is playing the game of his already fine career here in the HCAC Championship. Wow. Tyler Etheridge is giving him all he can handle, and Salimi is up to the task. Now here's Kelly. Off his left foot. Salinas. That's one. Fernando Martin now into the middle. Zender. Won by Kai Moore. Now back in possession of the Engineers. Hanover is back on their heels, but bend don't break at this point. Under 13 to go.
Get out early!
Switch fields. And that's in the middle. Here's Urban with a shot. Urban still has it. Salemi out of the box. Here's another shot. And there's a handball inside the box.
Oh boy.
And John, we have talked about it all game. It's a mistake.
That's a mistake, yeah.
It's a shot on goal, a good strike from the boot is one thing, but when it's a mistake, it can cost you. And we'll see if this is the equalizer.
Go a little tighter if you can.
From the Fighting Engineers. It'll be Kelly to take this.
That's good, thank you. Well, yeah, you hate to see a mistake like that as hard as Hanover's played in this game. Let's see if there's one more stop here.
Wind just shifted. He's punching it right into the wind now.
However hard this ball comes out, it's going to come out a little faster because the wind is now going towards Luciano Salemi. So here's Kelly for the equalizer. Off the left, and it's in the back of the net! To Cousin Kelly. Gave a stutter, put it on his left foot, and into the back of the net for the equalizer. 1-1.
Here it is on replay. Here it is once again. Kelly just puts it right in that magic spot past Salemi.
And just like Trent earlier, Salemi guessed right, but just a little late.
Well, we got a brand new ball game here now, John.
So with 12:33 on a handball inside the box, the Fighting Engineers with the equalizer to make it 1-1 for the HCAC championship. What a game! So now the Fighting Engineers will set from the back. Doughty on the left side. Plays it ahead. Now Etheridge has some space, but that ball was heavy. Into the hands of Salemi. Straight to Urban. That wind played a huge part in that ball.
Here comes Hanover now with it.
On the attack, Oshner plays it into the middle to Martin. Now to Farias to the right side. Plays it into the middle. There's Trin to collect. Into the box, but no danger. Trin came out. Now Urban. Valek will move it to the left side of the pitch. To Doughty. He'll play it up forward. The feet of Etheridge. And that's going to go the other way.
We're a 1-1 game right now, John, despite the shots being 23-8 in Rose-Hulman's favor. But the one mistake in both ends, as you said.
It's almost a replication of the regular season match, John, is that the shots were heavily in favor of Rose-Hulman, but ended in a draw. And this one at 1-1. And both of those goals on PKs. So now here's Kelly. To Etheridge. Keegan Marks clears it out. Salinas. Little miscommunication there. So now into the middle. Now here's Martin. And he'll play it all the way to the right side of the pitch. Plays it forward. Nobody home. Doughty. Now collected. Farias. He'll play to the far side. And Martin was able to save that. He'll play it in. Nobody home. Cleared out by Buvalik. Ball still in the air. Collected by Hanover. Farias. Looking for help. Into the middle. Tried to give and go. Didn't work. Buvalik was there. Sita. Now Kelly. Here's a through ball. Play on. Here's an opportunity. Buvalik into the middle. So that's going to go for a corner. And Buvalik came all the way up from the defense to cause that havoc.
A little tighter on the shot, please. Oh, not quite that tight. Back out.
And it'll be Urban from the opposite side.
Right there.
Off his right foot. Fighting Engineers on the front and back post.
Doing a really nice job, Jake. Thank you.
Ball's crossing in. Nobody home. Salinas now. They'll recross. Blocked. Salinas still working on Anderson. Try to set this up in the middle. Sita. And they'll play it back. Buvalik. Ball's played forward to Urban.
Kind of a late whistle.
And Urban was getting a little handsy out there, so respectable whistle. Coming up on 7 minutes left here in the second half. Played forward. Farias. Into space, nobody home, 50-50. Play on. That's Kelly who's down. Kai Moore. Kelly trying to get up. And already got that one right in the shin. Yeah, he's in a little bit of pain here. Shin guard or not, that always hurts. But just like Kumler early on, he wants to be out there. Thinking it out. They need him. This wind has really picked up now. Coming up on 6.5 left here in the second half. 1-1, Fighting Engineers and the Panthers. HCAC championship on the line. Dominici. Farias. There's Farias in the middle. Good defense by Salinas. On the attack. Here's Salinas on his right foot. Plays it over to Sita. Now Sita in the box. Shot. Sailed it high.
I don't know if the wind caught that one or if he just missed that one high, but another good opportunity though.
They're on the attack there. And this will go in favor of the Panthers. Zender now in the middle. It's Martin. Dominici. Things starting to get physical. That was Dominici. And I think we may have a yellow here. We'll see. He's talking to him. Deloy is not happy with Pohl. It's a very long stare down. Knows he was in the wrong, and he's issued a yellow here. And that wasn't on Pohl, that was on Tyler Etheridge. That's going to go on number 8, Tyler Etheridge, is that the foul was on Jacob Pohl, but Etheridge was to his right of Deloy, and I think a bit too much chirping.
Yeah, it had to have been
and was issued a yellow. So, that puts the ball in a very, very good spot for the Panthers, and a dangerous one for the Engineers. It's Dominici, Fleming. Dominici will take off his right foot and off the crossbar. Oh my goodness, what a shot! Yeah, well, you cannot get any closer than that.
Replay. Let's take a look at this here. And you see it right off the cross.
And it came down too. What a shot by Dominici. Now Zender. Martin with the cross. Headed out. And to the feet of Urban. And that'll be cleared to the right. It'll be a throw in for the Panthers. 4.5 minutes left to play here in regulation. 1-1. You can hear the wind. Farias. Now to Martin. We'll play it back. Gallagher plays it in the middle. No one home. Still dangerous. Salinas came to collect. Now Martin. Still on the right side. That was Harderson. He came down hard there.
There's going to be
it wasn't intentional. That wasn't intentional, but Harderson came down real hard there.
Yeah, because that's gravel over there. That's not turf.
So he seems okay, but we play on. Coming up on 3 minutes. Sita couldn't collect it. One by Fleming, now played ahead. Here's Dominici. Played forward. Buvalik was there. Now Kai Moore. Thought he had more time than he did. And we're going to stop the clock. And that's going to be a yellow. Issued to Kai Moore. Coming up on 3 minutes left here in the match.
What you love to see, hard fought going down to the wire for a conference championship, John.
This has been an incredible match.
Just don't widen out anymore. Just stay with the ball when he kicks
The score's deceiving, John. 1-1 with some of these shots we've seen on goal, but some of these saves by Trin and Salimi have been outstanding.
Yeah, he has definitely been a big reason this game is still 1-1 at this point.
Here's a set piece. Dominici takes it, curls it in. And I don't think anybody got a body on that. And it did sail over. And we have a substitution. That's Tapia. He'll re-enter for his second appearance of the match. So here's Trin. We'll see how aggressive the Fighting Engineers here. So now Hanover. Played forward. Still in trouble. Kelly came back. Just outside of the box. Got to be careful inside that 18. Now here's Sita. Has some space to work with. Has Etheridge to his left. Here comes Urban to support. Now Urban in the middle. Now plays it far left. Inside the box. Off the left. Right to Salimi's hands. So Hardison couldn't get much on that.
Down under 2 minutes here, John.
Martin plays it ahead to Gallagher on the right side. He'll play it across. Nobody home. Cole heads it out. Now Anderson. Marked by Kelly. Played into the middle. Dominici. 2 bodies around him. And great hustle by Pohl. Etheridge. Nobody around. Just collects. Waits for Kelly. And they'll reset. Salinas plays out wide to Hardison. Coming up on a minute to play.
1 minute remaining in the second half.
Salinas. By Kelly, now to Salinas. And now here's Urban on the right side. Has some space. Plays it across with the right. Punched by Salimi. Back to the middle again. And Anderson is going to clear that out. I think fatigue is starting to set in here in the final 30 seconds.
Very much so.
Now here's Pohl. Plays it ahead. Etheridge is there. Nothing doing. Coming up on 10 seconds. Long ball ahead.
10, 9, 8, 7.
And Trent will just
6,
hold it.
5.
They'll boot it out.
4,
Let the wind do its work.
2, 1.
And John, we are headed to overtime.
Second meeting between these teams, second overtime. This is a fun one.
Go ahead and go to commercial.
So as we collect ourselves, we're going to take a break. You're watching the HCAC Men's Soccer Championship, headed to overtime on IndianaSRN.
Vice President of IndianaSRN. Thanks for joining us. Do you know IndianaSRN broadcasts 350 games a year? All sorts of sports? Yeah, we do. Hard to believe, isn't it? IndianaSRN loves to put student athletes first on our website. If you're a business out there, we probably could help you too. Contact us at coach@indianasrn.org. Grandma from out of state thanks you. Mom and Dad who can't get to the game thanks you as well. In fact, our athletes watch the games over and over again. Our military has enjoyed the games as well. So sit back and enjoy the game. It's IndianaSRN.
You're back.
Terre Haute, Indiana, on the campus of Rose-Hulman, and we have got ourselves a match between the Hanover College Panthers and the Rose-Hulman Fighting Engineers for the HCAC Conference Championship. 1-1, and we are heading into an extra 10 minutes of overtime, followed by an extra 10 minutes. That's how overtime regulation works here in playoff soccer, is that you play 1 10-minute half, and then regardless of the score in that first 10-minute half, you will play an extra 10 minutes beyond that. And then if the score is tied after that, we will see the ever-popular penalty kick shootout.
Yes.
But John, you have a final for us.
We do, and we may have some viewers joining us from the HCAC Women's Championship. Rose-Hulman, a winner over Hanover, 1-0. So Rose-Hulman champions in the HCAC Women's Soccer Tournament.
So congratulations to the Women's Fighting Engineers. IndianaSRN was out at that one this afternoon. Broadcasting live, so a great match out that way. And hopefully you've switched over. See this one, see if the Rose-Hulman Fighting Engineers can sweep the soccer series on this very windy Saturday afternoon.
If you want a commercial, just let me know.
John, nonetheless, I think there's going to be a lot of ice packs flowing at the end of this game. This has been a physical grind for this first 90 minutes through this championship game. It has been a doozy.
And overtime side, it's a very tricky situation because you have 20 minutes, but you don't want to be tricked into thinking you only have 10 to score a goal and then it's over. So do you temper it and go all in for the first 10 and see if, do you want the other team to play catch up? Or do you kind of space it out and kind of put the attack on the final 10 minutes and save that energy? Because we saw in that last 5 minutes, these teams got winded, fatigue had set in, but these players now have to go an additional 20 minutes.
Yeah, that's a good point, John. I'm going to be very interesting to see how that is played out here. But it would not surprise me if you see both teams get very, very aggressive here on the first overtime, try to get that, what could be the game-winning goal, put the other team up against it, and see what happens. Because if anybody's just doing these 2 goals that we've had today have been penalty kick goals. We have not had an actual play. They've been 2 penalty kick goals. So, yeah, that's going to be very interesting to see. These players are winded, you can tell, and let's see who just has more bite in them here in this last 20 minutes.
The keeper play by both Michael Trin and Luciano Salimi has been absolutely outstanding this match. Key saves in key moments. We've seen the ball ricochet off the woodwork a few times from each team. But this is it, John. You don't get another one after this.
Yeah, this is it. Conference championship, yeah. 2 best teams all year in the HCAC, so it's only fitting it comes down to an overtime shootout here.
So both teams playing for a chance to go into the tournament, and one team, season will end. So it'll be Rose-Hulman attacking, Hanover defending. We'll do 10 minutes, and we're underway. And it'll be a throw for the Engineers. Play it forward. Salinas plays it forward. Nobody home. This will be a free kick.
You got a picture of the soccer team.
Look at the scoreboard. You can see the shot differential. More than half.
Yeah, it's 26 to 10 shots for Rose-Hulman in this game. And you can see, we've been talking about, you can see how the wind just dived that ball when they're at midfield.
What's crazy about this wind is just the direction that it changes throughout this match. Sometimes it's blowing our way, east to west, and other times it's blowing north and south. So really can't get a beat on which way this ball's going to travel. So here's Hanover. It's Tapia. And Doughty. And
have a foul here, I think.
That's going to be close. That's going to be a dangerous. Actually, it's going the other way. Okay. So Doughty will take this. In his zone, and he'll play it forward.
And a whiff there.
Arterson trying to get it up to Cita, but to no avail. So Gallagher trying to play it ahead, but that wind took that ball straight out of bounds. So here's Etheridge. And they're going to stop the clock. Brendan Gallagher.
I don't believe we ever have seen Kumler re-enter for Hanover. He was banged up twice in this game.
Yeah, he was holding that lower back, and we had mentioned it, John, is that I know he wants to be out there with his teammates in a crucial game like this, but an injured player can sometimes be not beneficial to be out there. I know you want the leadership, and I know you want the camaraderie, but...
And if Hanover does end up winning this game, you want him available for NCAA play.
Absolutely, absolutely. So here's Kelly. Oh, nutmeg. Creates some space for himself. Just heavy, but Sita collects. To his right. Now to Harderson. He'll play it off his left, crossing to the middle. And Salimi punches. That ball's still dangerous. And there's a shot. Salimi blocks it. Shot again. And Salimi again.
Wow, Salimi has just been a beast and has kept Hanover in this game all day
You
long.
would be mistaken if there wasn't an octopus in that goal.
Wow.
My goodness. What reactions by the junior keeper from Indianapolis. We have our first look at Jacob D'Arienzo, the substitution. So Caleb Urban will set this up for another corner for the Fighting Engineers. He'll send it across, and that ball will be cleared. Here's Sita. Valak plays it across. And nothing doing there.
Here's that last sequence replay.
Here's another look at that.
This is absolutely incredible. You see the cross in the middle. Salimi punches it out, and then it's just a free-for-all. He blocks it there, once again gets to his feet, and then punches it out with the right.
Like the athleticism right there by Salimi. Wow.
What's that strange orb in the sky?
And on cue is that our producer Greg Smith has mentioned the inevitable. The sun has shone here in Terre Haute.
Foul here on Hanover.
And in celebration, Delory calls a foul. So we do have some sunshine. But as you can hear, the wind hasn't gone away.
Not at all.
So here's Urban on the set piece. Right in, and he's going to put a shot on goal. And well, why not?
Again, I think the wind got that, though, because you saw how the ball just stayed on
That was a rocket. Urban said, why not? Let's try it. So Joe Yan will come on. As you mentioned in the first half, a key cog in that win against Transylvania. Adding that second goal to beat the Pioneers of Transylvania in that semifinal round to advance the Hanover College Panthers to today's championship match. So here's Etheridge. To Salinas, he'll play it out wide. And knocked out of bounds by Gallagher. Here's Sita. And he'll play it all the way back. Valak. Coming up on 3 minutes of play here in the first overtime. Urban plays in the middle. Off marks. And they'll give him a corner on that. So the Engineers will set up in a box on both posts. Urban bends it in. Punched out by Salimi. Cita with the left. Paul. And Salimi again. Paul had a good crack at that. But Salimi, as he's done all game, there to punch the ball away. So Urban will set up again. There's a cross. Paul was there. D'Arienzo. Nothing doing. Hanover to clear. Up front. This is Jan. By himself. Waits for some help. Plays it ahead. Here's Disder. And he was off. Offside on Omar Disder. The freshman.
Well, John, this is what makes Salimi's performance so remarkable. That is 30-10, the shots in this game.
You look at all the stats favoring Rose-Hulman and not expect a 1-1 draw right now. But here we are in the first set of overtime, coming up on 1 minute left. D'Arienzo and Gallagher let it trickle out for a Panthers throw. Under a minute. There's Jan. Plays it ahead. Disder again.
Under 1 minute remaining in the first overtime.
So Dottie will play this back. Uvalic. Plays it forward. D'Arienzo. Now to Moore. In favor of the Engineers. Under 30 seconds. Cross field. Coming up on 10 seconds.
9, 8, 7, 6.
Ball played ahead.
4.
And it'll be headed out.
2, 1.
And that'll work us down to the end of the first overtime with Gogo scored.
Take a break.
We're going to take a break. You're watching the HCAC Men's Soccer Conference Championship right here on IndianaSRN.
You're good at keeping the car clean. We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
So I stopped in at Chick-fil-A for lunch and saw Officer Wilson come in. I decided to place a dine-in mobile order and have a cookie delivered to him just to show appreciation for his service for our community.
A few minutes later, I noticed that Officer Wilson had gotten up and left, and I knew he hadn't gotten his cookie yet.
And I'm headed to my car. I turn around and I see Allie, and she's running after me.
Mr. Police Officer, Mr. Police Officer.
Usually when someone yells officer, officer, they want to ask me about a ticket they got. I absolutely wanted the cookie. This cookie's delicious.
You're live. Terre Haute, Indiana, on the campus of Rose-Hulman Institute of Engineering. And the Rose-Hulman Fighting Engineers and the Hanover College Panthers have decided to give you 10 more minutes of overtime soccer. It has been one incredible match, but it's really been showcased by the goalkeeping play of both Luciano Salimi and Michael Trent. Michael Trent hasn't had to work as hard, but John, the goalkeeping of Luciano Salimi, the junior from Indianapolis, Indiana, has been outstanding for the Panthers.
He's been absolutely phenomenal. Yes, I mean, this game, I think it's safe to say this game would be over if not for Salimi, with the way John with his goalkeeping housekeeping. Yeah, he has been absolutely phenomenal. Player of the game as far as I'm concerned, whatever happens here, to keep Hanover alive. And we got 10 more minutes here to see if we can get a goal or we're headed to penalty kicks.
Well, just based on myself and our crew here, I think we want to see as much soccer as possible. This has been a great one.
Let's give kudos to our cameraman up there, Jake Lang.
Yeah, Jake Lang has been hanging on for dear life up there in the camera work. He's done a fantastic job for us today. Greg Smith, our fantastic producer, has been battling the elements. He's been tackling garbage bags and working with tape all game long, doing a fantastic job keeping us in line. Broadcast partner John Lester not flying out the side door here. But these two teams have gave us a great one here on a very windy Saturday afternoon here in Terre Haute, Indiana. So those switch fields in possession of the Panthers, and we are underway for the final 10 minutes. So that's going to go out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Panthers. On the right side, it's crossing to the middle. Uvalid clears it. That'll sail out.
Yeah, you can see that wind and it just taking the ball and just...
So Gallagher comes up. Throw it in. And I don't know if you could see that, fans, but from our vantage view, watch Rose-Hulman when they're in that box. They're keeping their hands down and behind their backs as to not afford a handball inside the box. Very, very heads-up play by the Fighting Engineers defensive back line.
Yeah, that's the mistake that Hanover made, the handball that led to the penalty kick tying goal there in the second half.
So at this juncture, you have to pull on all the stops and very cognizant of the Fighting Engineers defense. So here's Kelly. And the wind is just ripping through this soccer field. That foul is going to go in favor of Hanover. So here's Farias. Everybody lined up on the 18. Sails in. Dangerous ball. Cleared out by the Engineers. Still up in the air. And that's going to go in favor of the Engineers. I was using the leaves as my wind direction, but that's not helping at all. Because they're going everywhere. And now Kelly. Here's Sita. Off the left foot. And I just have to say, that was too easy for Salinas.
One of the easiest saves of the game.
That was gift wrap for him. But an opportunity for the Fighting Engineers coming up on 7 minutes left here in the second overtime. Now Urban. Play it forward. There's Kelly. Now Etheridge. He lost it. Oshner now Pole. Plays it ahead. Kelly. Pole, Martin in the middle. Ball still up in the air. Someone looking to settle. It's Dominici. We'll play it ahead. Nobody home. Kelly. Met by his counter. Number 10. Salinas. Out to Urban. Give and go. Salinas now. Good back heel to Urban. Will try to turn. Anderson with a handful of jersey. Jacob D'Arienzo was a little too casual there, and the Panthers came up to looks like we got a cramp.
Is that Salinas?
Julius Salinas. Offense has really been running through him in the middle of that field.
It's been a long game on these guys, John. Game and a half.
Yeah, he has played the full, at this point, 104 minutes. And he will come off. We'll see what that does. Will he come back on, or will this be a lingering injury? We'll see. But it looks like there was a substitution there. I think that was Elijah Harderson who snuck on the field there, number 22. And it was. So now Hanover plays it forward. There's Harderson. And Kelly, play on. Feet is Zender. Urban, in the middle of the field. Play it wide. D'Arienzo. AJ Yilmaz, getting ready to check back in. Coming up on 5 minutes left to play. Through ball. Dangerous, but cleared. This will be a throw-in for the Panthers. Send it into the middle to Dominici. Still in the air, settled down by Oshner. Farias. Urban slides in. Working on the outside. Anderson lets it go. Back to Anderson. Has some space. On his right. In with the left. And that's going to be a goal kick.
Probably card on camera.
Actually, this will go out for a corner. Alex Farias. So we're going to stop the clock. And the goal moved again. And I don't know if anybody saw that, but there was a gigantic tree that fell to its demise in the background there. And that gust of wind caught some of the goal and moved it as well. So you can tell that these players are really dealing with some horrific wind conditions. That ball just died. Didn't get to its target, but still live. And it'll go for Hanover throw-in. Anderson again. Played to the feet of Dominici. He'll try to turn. Back to Anderson. He'll cross it into the middle. Deflected. Still up in the air. And all the way to the right, D'Arienzo. He'll clear it forward with the left. Still live. It's played forward. Effort is there. But there are two Panthers back there. And headed back to Salini. He can collect that off the head ball. Coming up on 3 minutes. Here's Hanover. Martin crosses into the middle. It's Disder. And this ball will go out of bounds for a goal kick. And AJ Yilmaz. Coach Elwell looking for that offense. Yilmaz, 9 goals on the season. 2-time first team all HCAC selection. Probably get a third this year. Anderson throws in. Coming up on 2.5. Urban tried to clear. That ball is going nowhere. Into the box. Dominici was there. Urban tried to clear, couldn't do it. On a turn, Zender! Wide right.
Yeah, and I believe another one that the wind played with. That was into the goal, but then wind just took it wide.
I think if you're either team, you just shoot on goal and see what the wind does with it. Anderson wins the 50-50. Still at his feet. Played into the middle. D'Arienzo by himself. Sita.
Oh my God! Wow.
And that ball will sail out of bounds.
We just had another tree.
I'm sure you heard that on our crowd mic. That was another very large tree. That will no longer be a part with us. This ball will go out of bounds. Coming up on a minute left. It's thrown for the Panthers. 1-1. 1 minute left in the second overtime. Then we go to PKs to decide the HCAC championship. Here's Dominici. Shot with the right. Just wide. And they can't even settle the ball for a goal kick here. He's going to try. That's a decent kick. So at midfield, Yilmaz to Harderson.
30 seconds.
To the middle, Sita. 30 seconds. Here's Urban. Played back. Cole. Harderson.
10. 9.
Plays it ahead, and he'll play this out.
7. 6. 5.
And what we're going to play out to are penalty kicks.
We will now begin the penalty kick break.
Well, after a very exciting 20-minute overtime, we're going to settle this on the feet of individuals, one-on-one versus the keepers. We're going to take a break. You're watching the HCAC Men's Championship right here on IndianaSRN.
Your hauling or moving project has arrived, and College Hunks Hauling, Junk, and Moving has you covered. Honest. Uniformed. Nice. Knowledgeable. Service. College Hunks Hauling, Junk, and Moving.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
And you're live.
Terre Haute, Indiana, on the campus of Rose-Hulman Institute of Engineering. We are going to one of the most exciting experiences in sports itself, the penalty shootout. We love it in hockey, but we love it in soccer, and that's where we're headed for the HCAC Conference Championship between the Hanover College Panthers and the Rose-Hulman Fighting Engineers. Number 1 seed and the number 2 seed.
Thank you. Great job.
And John, if you're going to put it in the hands of anybody, why not in the hands of these two keepers? They have played outstanding in this game.
Absolutely, yeah. This is, like I say, penalty kick shootout. It's great, and it's just who gets the last, who's going to be the one to beat the goal. This is going to be, something special, I think, here in this penalty kick shootout, watching these two goalies for what game they've had today.
Regardless of this outcome, there have been players that have played the full 110 minutes. Some refusing to come off. Some have gone down on the field and have that stayed on the pitch so they can be out there with their teammates, team leaders. See some unfortunate injuries to some key starters. They want to be out there, but they know what's best for the team. Old Sean Hollowell and Matt Wilkerson have to be thrilled with the way that their teams have performed this afternoon.
This is one of those games, John, where you hate to see anybody come out on the short end of this, but this has just been a hard fought by the two best teams on the conference all season long. You hate to see somebody lose this game.
And that's what it is, John. I mean, this is what you would expect from the 1 and 2 seeds. It's not 3-0. It's not 5-2. It's nothing out of the ordinary. The shots are not there now, but it was clearly controlled shot-wise by Rose-Hulman. But the defensive effort of Hanover has been absolutely outstanding. The goal play of Luciano Salimi has been off the charts. And the same for the defense of Rose-Hulman and their keeper, Michael Trey.
We're going to stay pretty tight with the camera.
Yeah.
So try to stay
The shots ended up 31-13, but you wouldn't. It's just, but yeah, the
stats aside,
phenomenal.
I mean, you can see right here to our left that they are huddled up. They've got their shot takers out there, as does Rose-Hulman. The wind is blowing, but I'll tell you, just a tremendous effort on behalf of the Panthers, as the same for the Fighting Engineers here in Terre Haute this afternoon.
Kudos to the fans that have fought the elements out here too. End up a pretty good crowd out here.
They have. Excellent crowd. Had a little rain early, just a drizzle. That passed. Sun came out for a little bit.
I think they follow him down. There's a couple trees next to him. That's my concern for Greg over here.
So it's going to be Takazo Kelly, the main goal scorer for the Fighting Engineers this season. 10 goals, 5 assists, 25 points, 3-time first team, all HCAC selection. He will get a 4th undoubtedly this year. 4th all time on the Fighting Engineers career goal list against Luciano Salimi, who has been phenomenal for 110 minutes. And it's in the back of the net. So Kelly comes through.
Coleman strikes first blood here, able to get one by Salimi. Here it is on replay.
And you can see the strike again, a stutter with the left foot to right side of the net.
Again, Salimi guessed right, just a little late.
So Kelly comes through. Now Coughlin Cumler is one of the individuals we were talking about. Battle injury all game. To the right, and it's good. Twin one to the right. Elmer went to the left.
Here it is.
So it's 1-1. Cumler went to his right. Twin went to his right. In the back of the net. 1-1. Now it's Luke Doughty. The senior from Fishers, Indiana. Into the back of the net. Great strike in the back corner.
Same location both times in that very right corner of the goal.
Pass to diving Salimi.
There it is.
Doughty just lines it up. No business there, just a solid strike off the right boot into the back of the net.
Looks like we got number 28, Snowden.
David Snowden. The freshman from Goshen, Kentucky. And he'll wheel and deal. Gave a little loop-de-loo and into the back of the net.
There it is.
So he kind of swirled to the right. He went to the right, so did Michael Trin. So it's 2-2. Now, A.J. Yilmaz, the senior from San Diego, California. Nine goals on the season. None more important than this one right here. And it's in the back of the net. Didn't waste any time with that one.
Here it is.
2 steps off the left boot into the right side of the net. Now Joe Dominici put in the only goal on PK during regulation.
Dominici's been their lead goal scorer all year.
Try to put it in with his right boot. And he guessed right and went right. Joe Dominici, 2 for 2 on PKs this afternoon. Nothing fancy. Said Trin diving to his right, and he went right. Now Tyler Etheridge, the sophomore. That late substitution in the first half really provided a spark of offense for the Fighting Engineers. And he puts it in the back side of the net on the right side. Calm, collected, cool from the sophomore.
There it is.
With no hesitation, a little English into the back corner of the right net. Now it's Joel Yan. John Peterstedt went left. And it's 4-3. Here it is. John Peterstedt is the one in goal. So our apologies. It was not Michael Trin. That's been John Peterstedt the whole time. But comes up in a crucial moment.
And now Urban comes up with a chance to win it, John.
Caleb Urban. Luciano Salini, as he's done all match, comes up huge for the Panthers.
Game saver for the time being.
It's kind of nonchalant on that PK from Caleb Urban, who had a fantastic game controlling the edge of the field, but came up short. So now it's Omar Disder.
And he must make this.
Against Peterstedt. Peterstedt, sophomore. North Central High School in Indianapolis. Disder. Puts it in the back of the net. Peterstedt got a paw on it.
There's replay.
freshman. Put a good strike on it, just hard enough. 4-4. Jackson Sita, the junior from Frankfort, Illinois, made an impact when he came into the game. And Salimi. And that was easy. Just grounded it into the left side of the net. Salimi went to his left.
Here it is.
Sita went to his left.
Maybe. Here's the replay.
Let's go, Tommy!
Push it up now.
Now it's Tommy Burns, the senior from Lafayette, Louisiana, against Peterston. And Burns hits it wide left, and your champion, Fighting Engineers, rush the field on a shot wide of the goal. Ends on PKs, but ends in a miss.
Here's the last replay.
It was Tommy Burns.
He guessed right.
Peterston went one way. Burns gets the right way, but shot it wide of the goal, just left.
Finish it out on your terms. Tough break there for Burns. You hate to see it end on a wide shot like that. But congratulations to Rose-Hulman on a hard-fought win.
What a game. What a match for the HCAC Conference Championship that has been awarded to the Rose-Hulman Fighting Engineers on penalty kicks. It was 1-1 throughout the entire match, and you can give nothing but a ton of credit to the Hanover College Panthers. They came in, they went toe-to-toe with the number 1 seed, and it just came down to the very end. And unfortunately, somebody had to go home.
All right, get the handshakes at the middle.
What a game. But as you can see, it's the men in red from Rose-Hulman that have won the Heartland Collegiate Athletic Conference Championship. So from our great producer, Greg Smith, an excellent job battling the conditions. Jake Lang for holding on, and excellent camera work up there manning the booth on behalf of my broadcast partner. Excellent job, John Lester. I'm John Cupo. We want to thank everybody for viewing this very special IndianaSRN broadcast HCAC championship match. Have a good afternoon, everybody.
Yeah.
2 saves, a back-to-back saves.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. That's fantastic. All right. Well, we are.